You there, Rusty? Can you hear me?
Yes, I
You
can hear you. Hold on.
there,
Yep. So
okay.
we are recording.
Right, we're recording.
Did you hear the recording notice when you connected?
Yeah, it said it was recording. Yep.
Okay, excellent.
And do you want to do a quick trial on the screen share on any of the slides or anything like that?
Yeah, sure. Let's hit a couple of them. I'm going to I'll share the opening song first. You tell me what it looks like.
Okay. I'm seeing video, but I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything?
No, I don't hear anything. When you did the screen share, did you tell it to turn on the audio or whatever?
Let me try that again. Oh wait. We have people in the waiting room.
Okay, try to let them in. We can still work on testing even with them in, but I'm
Sure.
having some text coming from family saying it's not working right now. I'm gonna try to send it
Here
to
we
them
go.
again.
Got it.
I can hear
That better?
it. And
You have the audio?
that's the computer audio. And the JPEGs I sent you for some slide descriptions and all that all work.
Uh, Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, say that again.
The JPEGs that I sent you for slides, that's all going to be fine.
Let me pull one of those up just to make sure. And then I'll share that. Share. Okay, you see that okay?
Yeah, that looks good. The Psalm. Yep. And then you'll be able to go to the next one and whatever. That'll be great. All
Yep.
right. Okay. You got some folks in the waiting room. Let's see who we
Uh,
get.
yes. So do you want me to manage all that, the waiting room?
Yeah. Yeah. If you'll just handle the whole waiting room. I did come in through the browser. So I think if I'm going to do anything, I've got to reclaim host maybe or something.
Okay. Yep, no problem.
And then I don't know if you saw this, but after the thing's over, Rusty, uh, let's make me host. And then I don't know if you should be able to exit, I hope. And then I don't want you to have to spend any more time, but I'm going to facilitate kind of a time of fellowship. And, if it's chaotic, it's chaotic. But I think some people will leave and a handful will stay and we can just fellowship a little bit.
Sure. Yep, sounds good.
So is anybody coming in?
So we have
Oh, there's my dad. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me unmute you. He can hear you now. He can hear me.
Hey, Dad, you did it.
Hey,
Great.
student. Great.
Yeah,
Good to
we're
see you.
yeah we're going to be doing the memorial service for Davy, Sally's son, Davy.
Okay. Do you know how he died?
He had a lot of health complications, and his liver was failing for a number of months, and
I,
he had to go get procedures. He had to go get he had a hernia, and he had to get his stomach pumped out every month or two. Uh,
wow.
and that was going on for like a year. And then he went and had that done. He went home, and then they found him. He died in the night in his sleep.
Wow. That's Sally's
Yeah,
son?
yeah. One of Sally's son. She had four children: Becky, Billy, Dusty, and Davy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sending.
Here, you want to sit in your chair? I'm going to set this on the table for you. Oh, we appreciate what you're doing. Yeah, no problem. All right, so here you go. Okay, so you can see
That's
them.
perfect. That's
They can see
perfect.
you.
Yeah. So if I talk, can he hear me?
He can hear you.
Oh, wow.
I'm hearing you, Dad.
Okay, Stephen. Yeah, this is technology beyond anything I've ever thought of.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go set up the tables for lunch, okay? So I'll come back in and check on you and make sure everything's going. All right, no problem, all right? Okay, I'll be back in a little bit to check on you,
All
okay?
right, good.
So you'll want to not touch anything, Dad,
Don't touch anything.
right? You want to keep things quiet too.
Don't touch anything.
Rusty, I'm getting texts from family members. They say they're getting an invalid meeting code. Do they have to do a code to get in?
A code?
They should not have
I don't
to.
know any code.
Dad, you just be quiet. I'm talking to another person that's on the call here. Sorry. Can you mute my dad, Rusty?
I will do that.
Okay. All right. We're gonna mute you, Dad, so we can talk about how to fix this. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So let me look back at the meeting.
And are we on the correct meeting? We are, right?
I only see one meeting at 11 a.m. today.
Yep. I got that. I deleted the other one, but I don't know if it was the one that you did the setup on or not. I don't know.
Let's see. So it is the one that I looked at and did add the
Okay.
auto record. I don't see a code.
Yeah. I should just go straight to the waiting room, right?
Should.
Okay, I'm trying to let me try to copy that. Can I just I'm going into the app here. And
Mm-hmm.
if it only lets me copy the invitation. Well, let me hold on. Let me go back to the Zoom. If I go,
Let me try to. I'm going to try to connect on my laptop and see just with the link that you sent. So let's see what I get from that.
all right, I'm going to try to send a new invitation to some of the family here. Going it.
All right. So just clicking on the link in the email you sent.
I should do that.
That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. And okay,
You're trying.
I'm seeing two people in the waiting room.
Okay.
And I'm adding
is being recorded.
Kara
Okay.
and Bill.
Okay. So I'm sending out the link again to folks, and I don't know.
All right. So seems like it's working.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's going on with people. I see Bill. Good. And Kara.
Okay, Tracy's in.
Okay. I don't see Tracy, but I believe you.
I just added Tracy. So
Oh, I see. I got to hit the arrow maybe.
Hey, I'm going to have several computers.
Oh, okay. Okay. There you are. Nice. That's interesting. So, Bill, you had to use the new link that I sent you, or the original one? Did that work eventually? Yeah. Can you unmute to answer?
I use the new meeting ID.
You use the new one? And
Yes,
Bill,
sir.
you use the new one too, Bill? Okay.
So did I, Stephen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Tim's there. And
Yep.
if you're able to see everybody, that the Poets Walk Fredericksburg, that's Uncle Pete. That's Grandpa. Yeah. And just so everybody knows, you are being recorded. So okay, I'm seeing folks appear here. They're getting the word out.
Yeah, I gotta send the new ID to a bunch of people, Stephen. So hold up.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know why that happened. It was the same one that I sent yesterday.
I figured out my mic.
Oh, you figured it out. Okay, good. Okay, Becky says she's having an issue.
Carter, what's up?
Hey, how are y'all? It's nice to see you, Bill.
Carter, happy birthday.
Thank you, Stevie.
Got Okay, we got Robert Hewes, Tracy Hewes, Crystal. Nice.
I'm in, Stephen.
Is that Brad? Okay. We don't see you. We just
Yeah.
see you.
So we're not going to be able to see the pictures of anything. We're just going to be able to hear, correct?
I don't know. I'm able to see folks if I scroll through. I don't know what it's going to be like on your platform.
Oh, maybe because it's not on yet. I just have my dial pad on here right now. I don't see any. Do you see me?
No, I don't see you. I just see a phone number. You might want to try to use your Zoom somehow or whatever to get on
I don't know how
with
to do it.
video.
Brad, there's a menu at the
Um,
bottom that you
I'll
should
send you a
tap on.
text, Brad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Well,
back and find that link, the new link, and send it to 6 people who've just texted me. So I'll be back.
Yeah, do that. That sounds good, Sally.
on the very bottom it says join instructions. That's what I hit to get on.
No, you don't want to hit that. You want to hit the Zoom meeting. It's like I just sent you a text.
At the top.
No, yeah, it's at the top. It's right above the meeting ID. If you click on the
All right.
link,
Can I do that right now, or do I have to hang up?
you should hang up and then click on that.
Okay, let me try it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I just wanted to say hi, everybody.
Hey, okay, Becky, you made it. We don't see you
Yeah.
though.
You don't see me.
I don't see you. Do you see me?
I see you. Here we
I'm
go.
sorry. Oh, now I see you. Oh, gone. Now you're gone. Where'd you go?
Can you guys see me?
I see Tracy.
And Jackson's
I
right
see
here.
all y'all.
Say hey, Jackson, everybody.
Jackson, nice.
Mhm.
All right, Brad, you're back on. You're
Fortunate.
muted though. You have to unmute if you want to say something, Brad.
Hey, Jackson.
Come on, June.
Hey, Tracy.
There you
Okay.
go. And I'm putting you on camera.
Oh, I know.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Junie, you made it.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
It's a sad occasion, but we're all together
Yeah.
showing our love.
You know,
Okay.
we're having a watch party.
Okay.
Hi,
I'm here.
Becky.
Good to
Ann
see you.
Walton Heiser. Sorry, I just woke up, so I look really
Hey,
awful.
Ann.
Hey,
Hi, Tracy. Never met you, but
I'm
we've
glad we
communicated.
got
Nice to see you.
know each other.
Yes.
Greg, you want to sit with me?
What?
Can you see it?
Mom, why don't you guys come over here so you can sit next to each other?
And Greg, come over.
Junie, you'll have
Yeah.
to mute.
You can
Mute
take
your
mine.
button.
No, that's fine.
You sure?
Nice.
Watch it with it. Yeah, we can sit.
Have a
Mary's
fight.
sitting there. Come over here, Greg. We can sit. Come over. Sit right.
I'll stay with your wife.
We're trying to get everybody together. Do you?
And then mute, Junie. And Junie, mute your button.
What?
I'm just gonna mute you, Mom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Start video. Wait a minute.
All right.
Hey, Rob.
Nice.
Good morning, everybody.
I don't know if
All right. Well, can everybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, this is Stevie. And I'm seeing 2 full screens full of people. It looks like we've got about 30 people or so. Is anybody aware of anybody else that you think is trying to get in? Should we wait another couple minutes or should we proceed?
Let's see if Jory is here.
I just sent Chelsea the new link.
Okay.
So she's trying to get on.
Okay.
I have a few more people trying to get in, Stephen.
Okay, we'll give it a couple more minutes then.
Thank you.
Yeah, we do still have people joining.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Rusty.
Lori, are you here?
It looks like Kelly's joined us from the space station.
Hey, Kelly. Oh, Lori's trying to get it.
Hey, Becky. Mike Rosano.
Hey, Star.
Yeah, I can't get my
Hey.
face to work unless you can see it. Can you see it?
I can see it.
You can see my face?
I can see your beautiful face, beautiful as ever.
Oh, you're so sweet.
This is Jeff Costello. Can you all hear me?
We hear you, Jeff.
All right, I'm on here.
Can you see me now, Stephen?
I don't see you, Brad, but I hear you.
I just was able to unmute it. I couldn't get the mute off.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm unmuted, but how come you can't see me?
You might have your video turned off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you may not be able to see me, but I'm watching this. I'm here and I'm watching it with Amanda.
On Amanda, I did see Amanda's name, but not the video, so that's fine.
Anyway, I'm here.
There you go. Now you got it on there. Okay. All right. Now we got it.
Betty and Carl Holiba are here.
Okay.
Hey, Betty.
Hey, Becky. Hey, Sally. I'm having a hard time getting back on because every 3 seconds somebody calls and says, I can't get on. It says it's invalid.
I can't get. Okay.
In and out. In and out.
Are you sending them the new one?
Yes, immediately. Yeah, so I've already contacted 7 people.
All right.
Stevie.
They said they'd spread it
We got
around.
Kate
so.
and
Hey
Scott.
guys, can you all see me now?
Yeah. Hold on. I see.
Brad,
Jeff.
I see you.
I see you, Brad.
Hey.
No.
Yep, we see you.
All right. I don't know how I figured it out.
Uh-huh. I see Dusty and Lee, but
Oh, Dusty and Lee. Let's see.
but it says Robert, so that's all right.
Hi, Steph. Hi, Kate.
Hello, everybody. That's Kim.
Oh,
Hi,
Carter's
Kim.
getting logged in right now. He's
good,
in the
good.
kitchen.
Okay, good. All right.
Abby has to be on also because she's been in Dave's room on his bed
Oh,
constantly. I've never seen her get on
oh,
his bed, and she just goes in there.
oh.
Yeah,
No, very good. Very
yeah.
good.
Y'all didn't
Yeah.
get to meet her at the pig roast because we didn't bring her over, thinking she and Apple would be a little terrorist, but
Mhm.
Oh,
She looks just like Lulu.
yeah.
Look, Lulu's right
Oh,
there.
look at that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
uh, yeah, she's sweet.
is it a Dotson?
Yeah. I
Uh,
should have
uh,
brought her to your place. I don't know. Dave
you
had
should have.
Apple and I had Abby and
Yeah.
yeah, then when we were
Well,
there we saw some dogs. We just didn't want to impose, but
no, bring her next year.
all right. You
Yeah,
hear that? You hear that? You get to go.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh
Mhm.
wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, let the dog I swear.
Okay. We're still waiting for one or two. Is that right, Sally?
How many do we have? Oh, I don't know. I think they were getting on immediately. The people, I would just send them the link and were waiting for my text. So I
Okay.
haven't heard from anyone else. That should be it.
How about you call out the names of the people you were waiting, and they can give us a sound out if they're able to be heard.
Me? Oh, well, I was in a branch. Like I would call Rob. It was Rob there, and he was sending things out to a lot of people, and it kind of went like that. Like Roberta and Steve. Anybody there? Roberta was there,
See
so
Roberta Bondi's iPad. Very good.
I've
I
sent the
see that
updated link to everyone I
Rob.
could. So if they're not on by now, like I would, and at least from my end, I would say just continue on, and if we'll welcome them when they can join.
Okay, very good. Well, welcome everyone. So glad you could be here, and I want to express appreciation for Rusty. Rusty Shields is a member of the church where I serve in Monroe, Ohio, and he helps with our technology for our live stream and our modern service. And so he's back. He's on the Zoom here, and he'll be watching to let people in as they come in. He's also running the controls to keep people muted and to unmute you to speak. So. Um, we're going to start the service here in a formal kind of way. My hope is to just have the service be essentially like it would be if we were in person. So there'll be an order of worship. We're going to walk through some things, and there's members of the family that are prepared to speak, but we're not going to open it up for anybody and everybody to speak. However, after the service is over, and there'll be a benediction, so you'll know. If you're able to stick around and you'd like to stick around, we'll have a kind of a fellowship hour. We'll kind of have a reception, and we'll open up all the mics. And anybody that wants to continue to visit with one another and share some other stories, you're welcome to do that. So if you could, I think I'm going to ask Rusty to just go ahead and mute everybody, and then he can unmute you, or if when it's time to speak, and I'll call on those when it's time to speak. So. And allow me to introduce myself. Many of you know me as Stevie. Some call me Hewes. Uh, and I am Dave's cousin or second cousin. We never can figure that out. But Dave's mother, Sally, is my father, Pete's first cousin, and I have some great memories of all of Sally's four kids: Billy, Dusty, Davy, and Becky. Especially memories of family gatherings at Grays Mountain Lodge. So as far as I'm concerned, they're all like first cousins, and we all have great memories of growing up like that. So I'm honored honored to be able to facilitate this. I am a ordained pastor in the United Methodist Church, and again, just honored to be able to take this time and celebrate Dave's life and to bring us all together for this. So I want to just begin with a prelude. This is a musical piece that is an instrumental, guitar instrumental. It is well with my soul. It's a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes long, and just I invite you to just. It may not be perfect. This is the first time I've ever done a memorial service by Zoom, so there may be some hesitancy, some glitchiness, but I'm sure that we can all see past that and just sort of bask in the memories and thoughts. So I'm going to invite you to just kind of center yourself with the beginning of this prelude and ask Rusty to go ahead and play that now for us. Dying, Christ destroyed our life. Rising, Christ restored our life. Christ will come again in glory, as in baptism, Dave put on Christ, and so in Christ may Dave be clothed with glory. Here and now, dear friends, we are God's children. What we shall be has not yet been revealed, but we know that when Christ appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Those who have this hope purify themselves as Christ is pure. Hear these words of grace. Jesus said, I am the resurrection and I am life. Those who believe in me, even though they die, yet shall they live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. I died, and behold, I am alive forevermore. And because I live, you shall live also. We have gathered here through technology to praise God and to witness to our faith as we celebrate the life of Dave Stephen Hewes. We come together in grief, acknowledging our human loss. May God grant us grace that in pain we may find comfort, in sorrow, hope, and in death, a resurrection. At this time, if we were all in person, I'd invite you to stand as you're able and we would sing the familiar hymn, Amazing Grace. As it is so, I'm going to invite Russie to play a video, and you'll remain muted. If you want to sing, you can. No one will hear you. But I invite you to just enjoy this familiar hymn that testifies to God's amazing grace at work in all of our lives. Let us pray. Eternal God, we praise you for the great company of all those who have finished their course in faith and now rest from their labor. We praise you for those dear to us, whom we name in our hearts before you. Especially we praise you for Dave, whom you have graciously received into your presence. To all of these, grant your peace. Let perpetual light shine upon them, and help us so to believe where we have not seen, that your presence may lead us through our years and bring us at last with them into the joy of your home, not made with hands, but eternal in the heavens, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. One of the things that all of us can testify about Dave is his love for nature and just being in the outdoors. And so I want to just share Psalm 19, 1 through 4, which is another reflection of how the psalmist praised God through creation. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day, they pour forth speech. Night after night, they reveal knowledge. They have no speech. They use no words. No sound is heard from them. Yet their voice goes out into all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. When I spoke with Tracy a week or so ago, and she shared an image with me, and she also shared with me a connection to another psalm, Psalm 91, verse 4. And this is an image of them. I think it's on Myrtle Beach, and the silhouette there of David feeding the pigeons and the birds, and then they snapped this next image, a selfie, and the bird was right behind them, and it reminded Tracy of Psalm 91, verse 4, especially with that bird. This isn't Photoshop. That bird came right down just for that picture. So Psalm 91, 4, God will cover you with his wings, and under the feathers of God's wings, you will find safety. God is faithful. He will keep you safe like a shield or a tower. Becky has prepared a slideshow with lots and lots of pictures that many of you share with her in a Dropbox that she's also put some music to. And so I invite you to reflect on all the ways that Dave was such a special part of your life as you collect some of these memories with this slideshow. Rusty, I'm not seeing the video.
Well, let me try again.
Okay, right now I'm seeing your file manager with the three images on the JPEGs.
Okay, let me try again.
Okay.
Come on.
There we go. I'm seeing it. And not hear anything yet. Here we go. Music has started. We're good. Oh, the images are gone. There we go. Now we see. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for all you put into that, Becky. Um, at this time, I want to invite Sally, Dave's mother, if she might share some reflections.
Sally, you should be able to unmute yourself.
I don't see Sally. Where did you go, Sally?
Looks like Sally just joined.
I had to answer another request. I'm done answering the request for the
Okay.
site.
Hold on for a second. Okay, Sally, can you turn your video on for your reflection?
Um,
There you go. Okay.
okay, I'm sorry. I had to disappear trying to get somebody onto the Zoom. Okay, so we're in reflections. I couldn't get
Yeah.
back. Okay, I think the part of Dave's nature that I uh, really appreciate, because I know he was a um, joyful guy, full of life, loved to play jokes, loved to make people laugh, and so he was in that realm with his friends and with family occasionally. But the thing that I really found about him, even when he was a little boy, because he loved animals, he loved the underdog, he was always trying to help people, he cared a lot, and his love was love in action. He was very compassionate. Uh, an extreme example is he offered a kidney to a friend after he got out of the army because he was in dire need of a transplant, but he didn't test out.
Mm.
He was very serious about it, however. And that's just a part of him that when you see the happy go lucky, could care less guy, you probably don't pay that much attention to. But he he was a love bug from the time he was just a little boy. But he was also a daredevil, and he wanted to climb the heights. When Aunt Ruth was coming to help me, he climbed on the roof and he wouldn't get down. And she didn't quite know what to do, but that was the type of thing he would do: climb a tree, climb a roof, um, jump out of the window from the second story house. Always challenging gravity, challenging physics with his little concoctions that he would mix together and try to make things explode. Um, but I did like the way he enjoyed life and um, could laugh at things. And I would have, for me, liked for him to follow rules more closely. But if the rules didn't make sense, I have to say he would go out on his own path. Like, example, when he was little, toddler, he didn't understand why people had to wear clothes. So he would run around the neighborhood naked, and they called him the streak. I wonder if my kids will remember that. Um, that was kind of extreme, but he wasn't a follower. He liked to follow his own march, and he didn't march. He kind of danced, and that would be my addition to how people probably saw him.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Sally. Thank you. I want to invite Dave's brother, Bill, to share a reflection. Bill, you able to unmute?
There we go. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Great, great. Well, Abby's here. I wanted to share a couple things. I won tickets when I was in high school with to go see the police, and I think it's Dave's energy. That wasn't I wasn't into going to anything like that. I was just into working, and we went, and you look at pictures of him, and his core was just so amazing, and that core never left, and it makes me think, Mom made me remember when we were at the pool and we're changing in the dressing room, and David's completely naked and he's got my bathing suit. He's like, I'm gonna go out and throw this in the pool. I'm like, do it. And he does. Completely naked, runs out, throws my swimsuit in the pool, comes back. It's nothing. Just stuff like that. It didn't phase him. What an amazing guy. I thought I'd share that. Bye.
Beautiful. Thank you, Bill. And now Dave's sister, Becky.
Okay, I'm here with you guys. Hi, everybody. First of all, for the video, as you can see, none of you were on it, given the time and that I didn't know the iMovie. So this is what we had. I was actually very pleased with my brother flying to the heavens in the end. So yeah. I have a friend who she is facing the imminent loss of her brother, and it's been about a year actually, and we've been talking about this brother bond, like what would happen, what's it going to be like? And here I am, it's like, well, what does it feel like? And he's just here, it's just he's here. It's this special bond, we came to this world together. We chose the same mom. I mean, I chose her first. I was able then to choose him, but I didn't know what I was getting into when I made those choices, because I thought, yeah, adventuresome, handsome, cute. It turned out that he was too cute. Those little dimples and those like dreamy, creamy Bahama blue green eyes. Well, it turns out that actually he was very eccentric. So like this little bundle that he came into, I went back to the package to see if I could return it. And the label said, no, return to sender. So I had to live through those Davy years, which were, watching him jump off of waterfalls, the daredevil he is, ride like we had a steep hill like this in our neighborhood, and take the big wheels and the bikes and build, make ramps and jump off. And anything else that he can do. And I kind of looked at it with admiration. I tried to join in when I could, after he had already done it. And so, yeah, no, it was, but those Navy years were really, and we were rivals. So it was tough. And it wasn't until I put a bit of distance between us, like, I don't know, 3,733 miles from Atlanta Center to Paris, France. And it was with this time that I was able to pick up on new sounds, new language, a new soul. And I came back and we reconciled with Dave, because we didn't have the same, like his squeaky voice would just drive me nuts. So few years down the line, we could we reconciled over a piece of music that actually I never would have been into. 96 rock was not my thing, but I was ready to drop 98.5, Whitney Houston, etc. We were in the car together, put the cassette in, and it's AC/DC. That's it. I could understand what AC/DC was for the first time. So drop the Y in, Davey, add an E, and you got Dave. And he was just the coolest brother. And that was the Dave that I loved to be with, just sitting on a porch. And so now I'm so happy that you guys are here and that we have Stevie to give this ceremony for us, that we can all be together. I really appreciate it a lot for all of us. And thank you. A big thanks out to Rusty as well. Yeah. And thanks, Mom. Thanks for bringing us brothers together. Brothers to me. Okay. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Becky. I want to invite Dave's wife, Tracy, to share some reflections.
Okay. So I never thought that I would be doing this today, or it's been a rough 2 weeks, but it's taught me that, and I have my mom and my sister and my best friend here, too. And This has taught me that, sorry, time is our most precious resource that we have, and love is our greatest gift that we can give. I'm trying to sum up the last, it's been 29 years. In a few breaths has been like a challenge to me to try to figure out what to say about a man that was larger than words in the room that could contain him or the state that could contain him. He shaped the world around him with his easygoing, charismatic spirit. I think we know that. He loved so loudly with every ounce of his being, taking Jackson to a Jackal concert, making him wear earphones to the chainsaw, making sure Carter got to see Rush 20,000 times, and also AC/DC. He was always up for any adventure, and he was always half packed, but already down the road. He never met a stranger, and he was always deeply connected to his family and his friends, and he shared his wisdom with a wit that was raw and unfiltered. I think we can all say that. He liked to help freely, and he loved very deeply, and because of that, his legacy is not just something that he leaves behind, but it's something that he lives on through us, his people that he loved the most. And I wanted to say to Kate and Chelsea, you guys, he found a lot of love being your uncle, and Haley also my niece. Um, he can live on in your laughter and your memories of sushi dates and him sitting on the porch talking to Kate, 6 hours difference. It didn't matter what time she called, he would answer. You're so special to him, and he was proud of the women that you guys are becoming. All right, this one's going to be harder because I want to just say to Carter and Jackson, your dad's strength and humor and sense of adventure will always be part of who you are. You're free to drive me just as crazy and turn my hair even more gray like your dad. You can. You were cherished by your dad, and he may have put your clothes on backwards, but you guys always had the best packed lunches. And I know that he's proud of the journeys you both have experienced in life and the young men that you're becoming. You're our most precious accomplishment. And Chloe, our sweet girl, our granddaughter, your nudge papa's heart exploded when he found out you were born. And he had to bring donuts to all the nurses taking care of you. Your smile, Dave, and your gentle heart will continue to guide all of us as he watches over us as we continue to share memories with each other. And I just want to reflect back, Stevie, on that verse, the Psalm 91:4, that we know Dave is covered in his feathers. He always brought me birds, ducks, seagulls, all the things. We know that he's sheltered with God and under God's wings. And we know that God's promises are faithful, and he is our armor and protection. And today I'm glad that we're all able to come and celebrate the good memories of Dave. And we can trust that Dave is in that sheltering peace. And we can carry his love forward that he gave us, choosing the laughter, kindness, forgiveness, and adventure in the world like he did. And I just wanted to say to him, you'll always be the love of my life. And until we meet again, peace be the journey, my man. That's it.
Thank you, Tracy. I want to invite Tracy and Dave's son, Carter, to share. Today is Carter's 21st birthday. And so we checked with Carter about having the service today, and he said that he'd be honored to have it on his birthday. So, Carter, if you could unmute and share.
Thank you, Stevie. Dave truly meant a lot to me and to many that he's known. What I would like to share today is a letter to Dave as if he was still present on this earth. And I know from the great heavens above, he is watching all of us right now and is hearing me. But without further ado, Dave, David, Father, you're one of a kind. There isn't a single word that can describe the broad personality you attained. You were loving, supportive, wise, and knowledgeable in various areas, disregarded your own emotions from times and effort for others, and possessed a tender love towards many. I love you, Dad. The memories that you've created will live on forever. I can still vividly picture the moment when my mom, I, and you were visiting Aunt Carol in Jamaica, and we were walking up towards the second floor of our hotel room where we were staying, and then suddenly I walked off in front of y'all. I was playing hide and seek, but ended up locking myself in the janitor's closet, unknowing of the space that I was around. And it wasn't until I noticed a gaping hole in the floor that led to a large drop. And from that moment, scared, rolled up, fearful of what was going to happen within the next moment. But you were there. You were there to put me back up on my feet. From the moments you've picked me up from the couch or the car when I fell asleep, that meant everything. Or the time when I got mud in my face while we were go-karting in the Dominican Republican Islands, you were there to wipe it off my face while the drivers leaped over the dunes. That meant everything. Banging on the drums as loud as we could, blasting Rush on repeat, cracking crab legs on a Sunday afternoon, those were the moments that I'm referencing. Even when your true soul would shine past the darkest crevices that you've endeavored, the shining light that emitted from you continues to revolve around many. I will cherish the legacies that you've left, most importantly, the fond memories of you that have bonded us all. I love you, Dad, and thank you for being my father.
Thank you, Carter. It's beautiful. And finally, I want to invite cousin Kim to share. Thank you for that, Carter.
Hi. I was sharing this yesterday during our test Zoom call that we had, and they asked me to share it with everyone. One of my, I guess, fondest crazy memories of Dave was at the Outer Banks. Our Uncle Danny always took all of us cousins to either Graves Mountain Lodge or the Outer Banks. Seemed like every summer we all got together. And we had two houses. For some reason, I think all the adults were in one house and all the kids were in the house next door. And I guess I was the oldest one, so I was in charge of the kids' house. And I came downstairs, one morning, and Davey's in the living room. And I don't know, Dusty, you might have been there too. Davey was in the living room setting off fireworks inside the house at the beach. And I thought, oh my God, we're going to burn this house down and I'm going to be responsible. And Uncle Danny's going to rip me a new one. So I told him to, you got to go outside to do fireworks, Davey. So he and I have joked throughout the years, through Facebook chats and things about, fireworks. And every time I think of Dave, I do think of fireworks. So, and the other thing, with Facebook, thank God that's kind of kept us all in touch. And that's what I, signed up Facebook for, is to be able to see my family and friends throughout the year. Facebook has unfortunately moved over to a lot of ads and, political stuff. But as I scroll through, it was funny to me, as sometimes I would just kind of scroll through all the ads and I would see a post and immediately I thought of Dave, but I would scroll past it and I said, wait a minute, let me check. That has to have been a post from Dave. Something totally off base and just his crazy humor, but I always knew, oh, that's a post from Dave, and just made me smile. And as off character as it could be, sometimes I would just laugh and go, that's Dave. One thing that I am sad about, we talked about it for years over Facebook, and the few times that he came to the pig roast is he always wanted to have a reunion with the cousins and rent a beach house again or go to Graves. And we just never made that happen. So that is sad. And time is short. So, and he came to the last pig roast, and I could tell he was in pain. But one thing I will say is his eyes lit up when he talked about Chloe, his granddaughter. So he was very proud of his kids, Jackson and Carter. So we're just so thankful that he was able to come, even though you could tell he was just in a lot of discomfort and pain. So I'll leave with Jackson and Carter. Your dad's zest for life is adventure, sense of adventure, and love for his family. I hope you continue that on. Maybe not as crazy as your dad, but definitely his zest for life. And just know that he loved you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kim. I want to invite us. One of the scriptures that is familiar to a lot of folks and brings a lot of comfort, especially in times like this, is Psalm 23. And so I'm going to ask Rusty to put that on the screen, and you can read that silently or aloud together as I read. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So grateful for all of the reflections. And I think more than a few times there was references to Dave's love of classic rock, and even specifically the band Rush, and going to see them in concert and things. And so it just wouldn't be right to have a memorial service without playing at least one classic rock song. And so we selected, we were debating either Tom Sawyer, but then Tracy suggested this one. And I'm so glad. And I found this video that shows the lyrics. This is The Seeker. And it really tells a wonderful image of Dave, who was always seeking to find one more adventure or to discover the answer to one more question, always seeking. And so I'm going to invite Rusty to play The Seeker. I'm not hearing any music yet. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, we've got trying to get to the play button here.
Okay.
There we go. All right. No.
Seeker. shake my hand. Focusing on nowhere, investigating miles. I'm a seeker, I'm a really desperate man. I won't get to get what I'm after till the day I die. I learned how to raise my voice in anger. Yeah, but look at my face, ain't this a smile? I'm happy when life's good, and when it's bad I cry. I got values, but I don't know how or why. I'm looking for me, you're looking for you. We're looking in at each other and we don't know what to do. They call me the seeker. I've been searching low and high. I won't get to get what I'm after till the day I die.
I know in scripture, Jesus says, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. So we're reminded of Dave being the seeker. Am I unmuted? I'm trying to get in the right view here. Okay, there we go. I think I'm seeing it. All right. I want to share with you a scripture that I think is one of my favorites, and I think it's a powerful reminder for all of us of the good news of a God whose love cannot be defeated, a God whose presence cannot be thwarted, and a God whose love is seen in each of us. And for today, I want to invite us to just reflect on how each of us experienced and saw the Christ image and love uniquely expressed through Dave. This is Romans chapter 8, verses 35 and 37 through 39. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble or hardship or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? No. In all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. One of the things that I invite us to consider, as you've heard all the beautiful reflections, and each of us could spend a whole weekend sharing memories and stories about Dave, and more laughter, and just some more wonderful memories there. And as you do that, what I think is an opportunity to make sure we don't miss out on is to look at those memories and stories and images through the lens of the good news. And by that I mean, look for the ways in which Dave beautifully, uniquely was a reflection of the love of God, was a reflection of the image of God and the love of Christ. And the truth is, and the good news is that each and every one of you, each and every one of us, has a beautiful and unique, one of a kind way that God works in and through our lives to share that love with others. But we also influence one another. So I heard, I think Kim was encouraging Carter and Jackson to celebrate and to live into some of the ways in which their father showed that love. And so all the ways in which we've experienced Dave goes with us and shapes the way that love is shown. So, just a couple of highlights for me as I think about that. I think about how um, in the obituary, which I put in the chat for you to find if you haven't read that already. Tracy did a wonderful job just capturing so much of the beauty of who Dave was. So you can read that in the link that I put in the chat if you haven't found that already. But one of the things that she talks about in there is how Dave loved to feed people. He loved to cook. He loved to feed people. And I'm reminded of the story in the Gospels where Jesus sees a huge crowd, over 5,000 folks who were hungry, and it was getting late. And the disciples said, send them home because they're going to get hungry. They're going to get hangry. And Jesus says, no, 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 no. Let's find some of the stuff that you got here. It only took a few loaves and fishes. And once they were blessed, it was that kind of faith and that kind of care that broke through barriers, didn't care about what the limits were. There were no limits. And you see that in Dave, how he was always kind of just saying, are you crazy? Forget that, man. We'll feed them. We'll take care of that. And so you see that same quality when Jesus feeds the 5,000. In the obituary, talks about Dave also loving adventures, skydiving, scuba diving, always pushing limits. Kim lifting up, lighting fireworks in the house. I mean, there were no fear in Dave. He was always seeking adventures, and you see this in Jesus. Jesus was not afraid of the things that most people were afraid of. I love the story of the storm in the boat, and the disciples are freaking out, man. They're just like, what's going on? And they're looking around. They want to know where Jesus is, right? And they find him asleep. Jesus is asleep during the storm. It's that kind of calm, when everybody else is freaking out, whatever the case may be. Dave's either laughing or maybe he's sleeping, because what would get everybody else all worked up was not a problem for Dave. And so again, you see that kind of similarity there. Um, I love how Dave would do whatever it takes, to care for people. Sally lifted up how he was willing to donate his organ to care for someone. There weren't any boundaries there, especially when it came to so many things in our society that create divisions based on social norms and societal expectations. And Dave threw all that out of the water. He didn't give a crap. He might have used a different word uh, about any of those kinds of things. And, I think about the story of Jesus. He got himself in a lot of trouble because he was breaking a lot of the societal rules or the societal expectations. I think about when he was harvesting food from the crops on the Sabbath. And those who really, really knew the law, they came after him for that. So, who do you think you are? You're breaking the law. And he was so, not at all fazed by that. He was going to care for people, and he challenged him and said, what's more important, the law or caring for our neighbor? Would you not feed your ox? And he would turn the whole thing upside down, and just common sense, just basic common sense stuff. Jesus had a way to awaken that in people's minds. And I think Dave would do that as well. He was always able to see just clearly. And if it was right in his mind, nobody was going to be able to change that. It didn't matter. So he was going to do what he felt like was the right thing to do for him. And that can be annoying sometimes. That can be troubling sometimes because it doesn't fit into the box and the norms. But that's also one of the things that we see in Jesus. Another way that I think is similar to Dave and Jesus is again breaking those social norms. When there were children that were trying to get close to Jesus, and the disciples, they tried to play interference. They said, let's get these children out of here. They don't belong around here. This is the Messiah. This is the Lord. And Jesus stepped in and said, are you crazy? These children are the kingdom of God. Let them come to me. And he would stop whatever he was doing and just take the time. And I picture my own memories and the memories that were shared, how Dave operated on a different understanding of time. If you agree with that, let me see your head nod. He would stop whatever and just take time. There was no concern about deadlines, no concern about trying to rush through something. If there was somebody that was there to hang out, to play, to have a good time, he was going to do that. And you see that same kind of similarity in Jesus. And so I invite you again as time goes on, this is only a one-time service here, but those memories and those stories continue. And I invite you to think about the ways in which they are a reminder, not just of Dave, but a reminder of the source of that love, the source of that kindness, and the beautiful reflection that we see in Dave of that. And when we do that, then we lean into the promise from Romans that says nothing can separate us. Nothing can separate us from the love of Jesus Christ. So it's a way for us to continue to multiply the beautiful memories of Dave and let them live on in more beautiful ways in each of us. Let's pray. Well, God, I give you thanks for Dave. I give you thanks for the family and friends that are here and the family and friends that couldn't be here but will maybe watch later. And for the continued love and relationships and fun and good times and ways in which we can receive permission to break through the barriers and let go of our fears and to do whatever it takes to love one another. In your name we pray. Amen. We have one more song and just a time of reflection, and then the benediction. And again, after that, we're invited to stick around if you want to have some time for conversation and fellowship. This is another kind of classic rock song, but it's more out of the Jamaican tradition there, Jimmy Cliff. And so we know that Tracy and Dave would spend a lot of time in Jamaica. And this is Many Rivers to Cross. Again, you'll see the lyrics and the words there. And I invite you to just ponder how this also ties into the way we knew and loved Dave.
Many rivers to cross, but I can't seem to find my way over. Wandering, I am lost as I travel along wide cliffs of Dover. Many rivers to cross, and it's only my will that keeps me alive. I've been licked, washed up for years, and I merely survive because of my pride. But loneliness won't leave me alone. It's such a drag to be on your own. My woman left and she didn't say why. Well, I guess I have to cry. Many rivers to cross, but just where to begin? I'm playing for time. There been times I find myself thinking of committing some dreadful crime. Yes, I got many rivers to cross, but I can't seem to find my way over. Wandering, I am lost as I travel along.
Hear these words of benediction. Now may the Father, from whom every family in heaven and on earth is named, according to the riches of God's glory, grant you to be strengthened with might through God's Spirit in your inner being, that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ, which surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. Amen. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, this concludes the service. I want to remind you that it's been recorded, and I'll send out the recording, a link to that to some of the family members, and they can share with others, post on Facebook, etc. And then, if anybody wants to stick around, I'm going to invite uh, uh, Rusty, who is our tech guy, if he's able to turn it over to me so that we don't have to tie up his time anymore. And then we'll unmute everybody. And then just whoever wants to stick around there, we'll try to manage that the best we can and not probably stay muted until you want to say something. Then you can unmute and talk and just have a little time to visit, because we got folks from all over, from Paris and California and everywhere else in between. So thanks for being a part. Rusty, how do we turn it over? Do I need to do anything?
Steve, I made you the host, and it looks like it's good to go at this point. So
Okay. So you're able to disconnect yourself and it'll still be running?
I think so. If you like, I can simply mute myself and leave it running at this point, and just end it when you're finished. Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. That sounds great. Thanks. One of the things that, I was working closely with Becky and Sally and putting the service together, and Kim joined us yesterday as well, and Carter, and but we had hoped to, but just didn't get a chance to reach out to some of Dave's closest friends. So one of his friends, Rob, was here. Is Rob still on? I wonder, Rob, if you might share a reflection just as one of Dave's close friends. I can't tell if Rob is still on. He may have left.
I am here. Sorry, I was just talking with my wife. She's trying to pick up lunch for um, my boys. So,
Okay.
yeah, I would be honored to. So, first of all, my condolences to the family. Because you're my family as well. As we all know, I grew up with you all. Spent countless thousands of hours. I think it was Win Courtney was the name of the street in Sandy Springs. But Dave was my very first friend when I moved here from Atlanta. And and best friend. He's the godfather of my oldest son, Ro. And um, we did pretty much everything together. I don't even really. There's so much I could share that we don't have enough time for that. But like, there's things that I remember so vividly of like him sharing with great joy. He had this amazing green AMC Ambassador, and they had these like I don't know if they were like suicide seats or whatever, but one of the coolest features um, that he was so proud to share with me and everybody who was in there. He's like the settings for the climate control, like you had your heat, cool, and then he was like, I've never seen this before. He's like, and if you needed it, desert only setting for like the coldest AC that you could put in, right? And we went to countless Rush shows together. We're both huge fans, and we used to have dreams, and he did his dream. But our original restaurant plans together were we wanted to open a place called Carnuba Bar and Grill. And we would put banners in our rooms just to fulfill that. And we always just had that reggae kind of love to it. And I don't know if everyone would be okay with this, and I don't know if it would be willing to work, but I clipped a YouTube video onto the comments, and I wanted to see if I open it, if it shares. Would everyone be okay if I try this?
I think you need to, Rob. I think you need to do a screen share, and I
Yeah, I
think
see the share.
I don't know if I need to change the settings. Say multiple participants can share. So let me change that. And now, if you do a screen share, then theoretically it should work.
Okay. Share. All right. Can everyone see me? They don't need to see my work stuff. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay. So, and then I want everyone to enjoy this to the fullest.
Rob, okay. I didn't know if the audio would work.
Can you hear it?
Yep, I'm hearing it.
Enjoy this. This is Dave to me. You are going to love this. We're celebrating Dave. This is true Jamaica.
Vex them, vex, I just surprise them, surprise when them realize they're down with till them out. If them are run, but them died. Them realize, I am ancient. One of them vex, I just surprise them, surprise when them realize. Oh, man, till them out. Yes, them are run, them jump on a road. Very sound. I see them running, see them running, see them running, see them running. Wow, they're running away from their stairs. But trouble is coming, trouble is coming, trouble is coming, trouble is coming. And you're gonna need it. Yo, the devil fight for congratulating people to them. Nothing if an eagle for no reason. And it is for rocks. I'm here to three of an eagle. That's a wicked and dreadful evil people. Them can't believe. When I see Rastafari now, them sight and get weak in them knees. Well, if them can't believe. Them jump and sound just can't believe. Lyric sound, I see them can't believe. When I see Rastafari now, them sight and get weak in them knees. Them sound they can't believe. Fire Mason. All right then. Derek, you got place them, place them, place them, place them. Calamity and corruption can't save them. Place them, place them, place them, place them. We black Saddam, black God is we go praise them, place them, place them, place them, place them. Calamity and corruption can't save them. Yes, they can trample the beast, them don't why never live in a peace. Them dead folk no righteousness, I'm a seek. No keep a secret, the best of them a seek. Oh, yes, them. Them gonna come and I can't look at the go. Them and I go on them so I won't tell them. Hey, boy, pick up from what there. Them I said them can't see you. They are filled up and the food them up here. From what there.
Happy they are.
Which are slim gear. From what there, them after them can't see you can have bills of farm and the food them up here. From what there, them after them can't exercise it up. Which are slim gear Nico. Get them up here, can prepare for this sweet session. Self-sufficiency, enough of them no reckon. No try farm against me, so no weapon. I'm the breadwinner, no of a second. Marcus Garvey come show we vision. King Emmanuel come seal up the mission. Emperor Selassie on them superstition. Alright then. They go blaze them, blaze them, blaze them, blaze them. Caduty and corruption can't save them. Blaze them, blaze them, blaze them, blaze them. The black God and black God is we go praise them. Them just surprise them, surprise them in the light. Very black man to the bones. Yes, them are run, but them died. Them stand fire, them cannot surprise them, surprise them in the light. Very sound, think about. Yes, them are run, them jump on a road.
All right, so thank you for letting me share that. That's where my mind right now is at with Dave, and I'll just finish with these thoughts. And thank you for allowing me to share that. Dave and I, and the family knows this. We probably watched this movie, Club Paradise, that has Jimmy Cliff and Robin Williams, and he's been down to the beach where it was and the little swimming hole. That was our dream. And so he's in Club Paradise now. He's in Club Paradise. So, and we'll all be there one day. So I miss you, brother. I love you, man.
Rob, will you turn off the screen share? There we go. Good. The floor is open. Anybody want to unmute and share? You're welcome to. Could be a memory, or could just be hello to a cousin that you haven't seen in a while that's on the Zoom. We can just have fellowship.
In there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Stevie, can
That's
I
Uncle
say a
Danny.
few words, Uncle Danny here?
Yeah, I don't see your video, but I can
You
hear
don't
you.
see the video? Okay.
It's
All
a little
right.
echoey, but I can hear
Okay,
you.
I'm there. I just want to say I'd forgotten about that fireworks at the Outer Banks. But I do remember, Stevie, when you drove my car and you had no license. So we all had some great experiences. Uh, I remember all those visits, Sally and her kids, and Davy and Billy, and Sally would come to Graves Mountain Lodge. We had great trips there, and also all those trips to the Outer Banks. At Graves, we go up to the waterfalls, and Davy would stand up at the head of the waterfalls and jump down. I just couldn't believe that. He had absolutely no fear at all. And when he asked me to write a letter of recommendation for him to join the Army, I said I was honored to do that because I always thought Dave being the bravest of the brave. And if he was ever with me in combat, I knew I'd have a great soldier to perform any missions, and also he would be a great protector of all his fellow soldiers. And if he had been in combat, I think Davy would have come back with the highest medals for valor, if not the Medal of Honor. He was that kind of a soldier. And I always thought of Dave as being a true Renaissance man. He could do anything, and everything he did, he excelled. Whether it was being a soldier, EMT, chef, long haul truck driver, he did all to exception. And
Put some pretty birds out here on the ground. The doves.
say again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. And I want to think that when Dave passed, God looked down at him. And I think words from Second Timothy would be very appropriate that God would have said. He would have said, Dave, you fought the good fight. You kept the faith. You finished the race. Well done, my true and faithful servant. So, with that, may God bless Dave in heaven. We love you, Dave. God bless you.
Thank you for that, Uncle Danny.
Okay.
Yeah, that story at Nag said I was in seventh grade. My leg was in a cast, and it was hot, and I didn't want to walk all the way back from the beach to the cabin in my crutches. And
Right.
your escort was parked right there. Your
Yeah.
cousin Dave's
Right.
brother Billy was with me, and the doors were locked. And I said, "Boy,
Right.
if we could just get in there, if we could just find the keys, then
Right.
we could drive it back." And then I had to eat my words because we actually found the keys. So,
Yeah, right.
but Billy kept his word. We got back. We made a pact that that we it was both of us. It wasn't one or the other. We both did it. So we got back. Uncle Danny was Uncle Danny was railing against who did this, and we didn't say a word.
Right. Yeah, I remember looking out and I said, wait a minute, my car was not parked there. Who's been driving my car?
Yeah.
I'd like to add a couple stories on everything you all are saying is reminding me of something else. You know, how can I do this quickly? When he was 15 and I got up one morning to go to work, My car was gone. He was 15, and I called the police, and they said, I said it's illegal anyway. They said that when he gets home, then call us. There's nothing we can do. I said, you're not going to stop him on the road. This is where he's coming from, because he had called me and said, Mom, I'm in Mississippi, and I don't have enough money to eat. I can either buy gas or I can eat. I said, get your butt home right as fast as you can. And I said, the police are after you, which they told me they weren't. But that was the kind of thing. He had a friend there who I think needed some help, a, 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 a girlfriend, but not, I don't think a particular girlfriend. I mean, he would he would take my car and do that. That's incredible. That I'm so glad I can laugh at it now. Oh, I wanted to say about the storm, about being in the storm, and Stevie, the thing about Jesus and being in the storm. Here is Dave painting my house. He had come home, he didn't have any money, so he's painting the trim on the garage. And Hurricane Danny, do you remember that, Danny? Hurricane Danny was about to hit the Gulf Coast. He was a storm chaser. He asked Dell if he could borrow his car, because his car, I think, wasn't doing too well. And he drove down to um, along the coast around Panama City. It was farther in. And he was the last one they let in the hotel before the storm came, because they had already evacuated everybody, but they couldn't just let him out in the street. So he got in the hotel and was taking pictures of roofs coming off and sending them. I mean, it's just what he would do. Who would think of doing that? Not me, but I did want to show you a really delightful thing. This is tied in with the bird stories. We know he always loved birds. This is my front yard with a bird feeder, a bird feeder. Over there is a hummingbird feeder and another feeder. I don't know if you can see that. And there's a tree where, when he would sit on my front porch, a big hawk would come and sit on a branch, and they would just kind of stare at each other. I have a picture of it. I think it might be on a slideshow. I don't know, Becky, but the love of animals was just amazing. And he could sit out here every morning. My fountain came on 8 o'clock. He would be out here. He wanted to see the fountain come on, and it was just delightful. And I'm so glad I had that time with him. But um, it's a mixed thing. But it was something to me that, even if you heard the traffic, even if he's in the middle of the city, he was going to enjoy nature. And he found it right here. It's his nudge papa's blessing to all my kids, is to be appreciative of the beauty that on the earth. So, and I'm telling you, every time y'all may mention a story, another one pops up. It's it's been kind of fun. I didn't realize I had that many in my head.
Sally, at some point, I know the plan is that we're going to scatter some of Davy's ashes at Aunt Mickey's mountain there, and maybe some in Jamaica. How do we sign up for the Jamaican trip?
Yeah, right. Well, he and I talked about going to Jamaica when he first got through with um, when he first came here, and he was so sick. The first thing he did when he could pull out his phone and start texting and stuff is to tell me about a flight to Jamaica, and that's what he wanted to do. And it was difficult, because that was the one thing he really truly wanted to do. When he was finally able to, the hurricane came, and so he couldn't do that. Yeah, but we always have regrets. That's what I understand. And you don't realize sometimes you even have one until the person uh, has left. Yeah, and there's the forgiveness of self.
Becky sent me a text that his ashes also be spread at the Normandy beaches. You want to say something about that, Becky? You have to unmute.
Yeah. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, we had a next door neighbor, became Dave's mentor in a way. His name is Roy Carter. And he landed at the Normandy beaches on D-Day and survived. And so I know that's a place he always wanted to go to. And he would love when I'd send him photographs or sand or something from Normandy. And I think he'd like to, yeah, some of his ashes will be spread in Normandy. So whoever wants to come, come on out.
Yeah, yeah. Any other stories, as long as they're not stories about me stealing cars and stuff.
Bill?
I would like to just say a word of appreciation to Uncle Danny, really, for not just for Dave's career, which that Dave just admired Uncle Danny so much, and wanted to be like him. And he did volunteer for Desert Storm, but they needed the fireman, and he was a fireman. Talk about he's really in the right work, you know, the helpers. So, but Danny made it possible for us to go to those cousin reunions. I don't know that anybody knows that. And 4 kids, and I was just getting started in work, and you know, all the little details that I won't get into. It was really hard to be able to just pack 4 kids in a car and go. And he paid our way. I mean, he said, and one time he said, if you have, my car wasn't that great. He said, if you have to rent a car, I will rent you a car, whatever it takes. And he was always like that. He said that about Dave's illness also. Thank you, Uncle Danny, my dear cousin.
A lot of folks are putting different things in the comments, which is really nice and beautiful. And the link that I provided that has the obituary goes to the funeral home, which also has a place where you can leave a tribute and comments and things like that. And of course, a lot of you have each other's contact information. So continuing to share stories on Facebook and on text and sharing is such a great way to help us in time of grief and healing, but also just to help us cherish life all the more as we continue as we carry on. So let's take just about 5 or so more minutes if there's anyone else that was wanting to share
Yeah.
something.
Stephen, can you hear me?
I hear you, Brad.
Hey, I don't know if I'm on the video or not,
You
but oh, I am. Hey, I just want to say, I do have my own regrets because I know Dave reached out quite a bit there for the last few years, wanting and I felt his yearning to want to have a closer relationship with with the extended family, and I wanted that too. Oh, I dropped the phone. I wanted that also, and I do have regrets, especially him coming to the pig roast. I wish I had taken more time to speak with him. I did. I did get a chance to talk with Dave. I'm so glad him and the boys came to where we had at least that more recent memory. But I, like everyone else, have memories go back thanks to Uncle Danny of Graves Mountain Lodge and the beach trips, and I had the same exact thoughts about his personality that everyone's been sharing, and that is, yeah, he was a daredevil, and I always loved that about him. But I always worried. I said, I used to tell Terry, my wife, I said, I don't know. When they were younger, I was surprised that they ever even made it to adulthood. At least not so much Billy, but Dusty and Dave, I was worried about because they were such daredevils when they were little. But I really wish that when Dave reached out, like Kim mentioned, maybe us all getting together. And Kim, I remember you mentioning that to me too, that he was reaching out wanting to do that. I just wish we would have done it, and hopefully, maybe we could take some of this that we're learning from this experience, and maybe when we get together again at the pig roast or any other family event, or whenever we're in the area of each other, that we take the time to further our relationships, because we just never know we never know how much time we have. We always think we can do it some other time, but sometimes we don't have that opportunity. So I think it was a beautiful tribute to Dave, and I particularly like the words from Tracy, and of course their son. I was very impressed, and I can see the love, and I can see the. It made me cry just listening to their stories and everyone else that shared and it just made me wish even more that I would have taken that time to do something more with Dave, because I always wanted to and never really did. So great service, Stephen. I think this is a good way, and under the circumstances that we're all over the place, that we at least take the time to come together as family and friends and share these memories of Dave and his life. And our thoughts and prayers will continue to be with the family and Dave's family and his boys and his wife and everyone.
And his, yeah, and
Yeah.
his nieces,
And his nieces and mother and brother, sister, Becky,
granddaughter.
Hey, let's
and
not get
daughter,
carried away
everybody.
with Daredevil, Bradley.
Oh yeah, let's talk about daredevils there.
I mean,
Nothing
don't
like
throw me
Dave.
in that suit. Don't throw
Oh,
me in
oh,
that, Papa
Brad,
Stone.
Brad, you don't know.
Done
You don't know,
speaking.
Brad.
We're done speaking.
More
Yeah,
stories
you
to
know,
tell.
those
They
Graves
won't let me
Mountain,
speak.
the Graves Mountain, those will always hold such a special place in my heart. I was telling Hewes when he was at Lake Junaluska about the greatest meteor shower I ever seen. We went in like the plumbing van with all
Oh yeah.
the pipes that were so clean, and but we didn't care. Right into the cornfield and whoosh. I mean, the greatest thing. And then watching little Danny pull out like him and Paul, like these crazy can openers, like and you, Brad, chiseled like Greek gods. My girlfriend's over here. I was like, Brad and Danny used to be like 2% body fat, just crazy. Anyway, yeah,
What the hell happened to us?
fireworks in a beach house. That's entertaining. There's I say that because when I came home from football practice and it's Friday and Mom's gone out of town, and I open the door and there's somebody mowing the kitchen floor with the lawnmower. But that's David, and yeah, we're all gonna miss that nut, and my heart goes out to you big time, Tracy, and I love you like a sister. I'm a phone call away, and Jackson and Carter too, man. We're gonna be more family than ever, and this summer, let's like make it a point to Carolina a lot, maybe some beaches, whatever. But listen, sister, I love you, man, and I know everything. I love you so much.
We love you too.
Your family. I love all you guys. I miss all of y'all. And Uncle Danny, thank you for funding us.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, man. My mom made it to where it felt like we were never missing anything. And I never knew that we were strapped for cash. And I just had the greatest life. And my siblings mean everything to me. And I really miss that, like, grin like a Cheshire cat. I mean, you look up shit eating grin in the dictionary, it's a picture of David the sergeant. Man, it's really tough on all of us. And I just want to thank you all for coming out here. And please, Stevie, thank Rusty for me. And yeah, this really helps my mom. And I worry about my mom a lot. So thank you guys for like the closure and sending some healing our way. And I just want to thank all y'all and God bless you, David. And man, it's just too early. But we'll all be at the same party eventually. And I just again thank you all for coming out here today. It really helps this healing process. So love all y'all. And thank you. All right, get me out of here.
Hey, Stephen, I've got
You guys been talking about graves a little bit. I got a couple of pictures I'd like to share.
Okay. I think you can do the screen share if you got them on the computer.
Yeah, let me try. It's going to be a little sloppy. Let me just start with that because I'm using one screen. And
okay.
All right, let's see if I can do this. Eventually, I'll learn how to use Dropbox, and they'll show up in Becky's thing. So let me just go here real quick. These are all grave shots. So it's much a younger man.
Oh,
sorry, it's go. I'll get them all back up. Because this is the kids' table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See it. There's some happy faces in there.
Okay, you're unmuted. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, they'll all make it to
always thought graves, the more the merrier. People say, how do you deal with so many people? I say, hey, I love it. More.
Yeah, that's hiking Old Rag, or that might have been White Oak Canyon.
I think that's Old Rag. I think that one is.
Yeah, it's Old Rag there. Yeah.
I don't see the pictures.
You don't see the pictures, Brad?
No, how do I? Right now, I've got a screen with everybody's face on it.
You got to just swipe to get to a different view.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Okay. God, technology. I still haven't got up with the times. Okay, I see the pictures now. Okay, great.
Okay, great.
And then here's
oh, there we go. That's on top of Old Rag. Yeah.
They're real small. Okay, there now.
There we
go.
Wow.
Got them all up there.
Oh my God.
Hey, Brad, that's Luigi. You see Luis?
Oh, next to me there?
Yep, that's Luigi.
Wow. Oh yeah. Good Lord.
Luis was an exchange student from Mexico.
I do remember at Gray's with Dusty and Billy and Davey all getting on my back in the pool.
Right.
Well, I got a pool picture coming.
Oh, you do? Okay.
All right, one more, and then we'll call that. Here we go. We weren't as chiseled as you thought we were.
No. Maybe it's better not to show the pictures and let them keep thinking.
Oh, these are great, Danny.
Wow.
Oh, that's good. That's a good shot there.
Hold on for a second. Who is that?
All the boys.
Who is that?
Wow.
You got Danny on the side, and then it's me, and then who's beside me? Is that Dwayne, Brad? Is that Shelly's old boyfriend, Dwayne?
Sure looks like it. It sure looks like him.
Oh my gosh.
Got them all there.
Stephen, that's you on the far end?
No, I'm right here next to Danny. Danny's on the far
right
end.
here.
You're in the pool.
You're in the pool.
That's me in the pool.
Yeah.
And then Danny.
Okay,
and,
Brad's in the pool. Yeah.
Oh, I see. God, Stephen, you had hair. I'm not used to seeing your pictures with you with hair.
I know.
Okay. All right. I thought that was cousin Mikey there for a minute.
No. Those are great, Danny. Those are great.
Yeah, well, I'll get those downloaded. I think I sent them to Kim. Kim's going to try to get them into the Dropbox. So
nice.
That just was what I think. And then I'll sign off. I think what's interesting to me, right, is that our experiences with David has always been kind of in that the young teeny years, right, teenagers and to young adulthood, but just what a full life he's just he lived. And we just had a little glimpse, but he carried that energy and that just care for others and just his selflessness. It's incredible. So for me, this has been really really encouraging to see, just how he grew and how his legacy is just living on through his children. So awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Wow.
Well, I hope to see everybody at the pig roast in September. Let's keep it going.
There
and I
go,
just wanted
Brad.
I wanted to echo that. Thank you so much to Uncle Danny for setting up those reunions, because
that was just so special for all of us to be together and get to see Davy in his true element. And
Right. Well,
and
God
also
bless
Grays
him.
Mountain Lodge. And then also for Uncle Pete and Brad for continuing the pig roast, because, you know, it gave us a chance, the California cousins to get to see him
Manager.
before he passed. Yeah, manager just popped in to say
Right.
hi. So
We're looking
thank
forward
you.
to seeing you soon, Michelle, and your
Yeah, I know.
your
That'll be
mother and
great.
sisters and Greg and
Right.
everybody.
Yeah, that'll be wonderful.
Hi,
Yeah,
I just
so thinking about
are
all
you
of you, thinking about all
can
of
they
you.
hear
Yeah,
me?
Mom, you're on. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we see
Junie, go
you,
ahead,
Judy.
Junie.
Hi, this is
Hi.
Junie. I'm the California family. First of all, I just want to thank Danny so much for organizing Graves Mountain. How fun was that? And of course, the teenagers told me later they were so happy to be away from the adults. And then the great beaches, North Carolina Beach. But I remember one thing about Davy and Dusty. We were at Gray's Mountain Lodge, and there was a waterfall, and Dusty and Davy went down it, and Danny said, "If I don't get them, they're going to get killed." And he was able to grab them before they really did get killed. So, Danny, you have saved several people in the family. And thank God Danny was there, because we wouldn't be talking right now.
Oh, I know. We had some real experiences.
And Sally, you were just wonderful. I love seeing you. That was a great opportunity to spend time with Sally. I know Lainey went to Gray's Mountain Lodge. Remember that, Sally? That's such a great memory.
Oh, wonderful. It was.
It's just, I wish that I talked like Brad. Brad, I wish I'd said more to Davy at the pig roast. But you know,
Right.
you're trying to get around everybody. It's kind of, crazy. But I remember looking at him and knowing that he was in pain. And you know what? When he died, I actually said to God, that was a good thing, because nobody should live in pain. But he had a hell of a ride in this world. He did everything he wanted to do, and that should be all of us. Do it now while you can, because then
Right.
you never know when it's over. Thank you so much for doing this. Stevie, you did a fabulous job. And it was so great to see everybody. Billy, great to see you. Just great to see Becky and Paris and Kate. And it was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Love all of you.
Love you, Aunt Junie. I'm gonna piggyback the Uncle Danny, because I mean the man just doesn't get enough awards. Uncle Danny, you don't realize, because like I came from a house of complete chaos and like survival of the fittest, and luckily I
Right.
have like my older brother who is like I mean he basically is he's up running for sainthood. I would
Right.
say if Bill didn't have skin, he'd just
Oh,
be
wow.
bones, because he gives it all away. And then I have Becky,
Thank
who's
you.
like my counterpart, my
My
athlete sister, and then there's David, and here's Johnny.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I loved how you'd be like, breakfast 7 o'clock. If you didn't show up, you didn't get breakfast.
That's
And
right.
so now when I'll take my daughter and I'll take mom out on
Had to run a tight
vacation,
ship.
and mom will say, "You're just like an Uncle Danny." And I tell you what, I wear that badge with pride. The world needs more Uncle Danny. That's on more cowbell. And so, but I'm out of here. And thank you all again for
All right,
for
buddy.
being our family and for supporting
It's
us
been
with
great.
all the love and showing up today for my brother. And I love you
Well,
all, and thank you all very much.
well, quite welcome.
Very
Love
good.
you.
Love you.
Love you, Dusty.
Okay.
I want to say too that the pig roast, don't worry if you didn't get to talk to him. He got around and he thoroughly enjoyed it. He loved that Carter and Jackson got to come and meet their cousins. It was few and far between, but he thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think just the feeling of being there, and he knew that he would touch base again. It was a very reassuring thing for him, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to say Terry mentioned to me that Jackson kept offering to be helpful to Terry at the pig roast. I think that was a real nice reflection on Tracy and Davey. The kids are so thoughtful.
Yeah.
He was so helpful. Yeah, he was great. Thank you.
That was really nice.
They had a really good time.
Good. I'm glad.
very-
We've missed you, Tracy. Maybe you'd come this year with the boys.
Yeah.
And the
yeah.
grandbaby.
I had to work. I had to work this round.
Oh, I know it's not easy. Well, honey.
Their granddaughter looks very similar to our granddaughter.
Oh yeah, there's Terry.
Was talking to me on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah. She said
They look like twins.
They said that my wife said that your granddaughter looks a lot like our granddaughter, Peyton.
Okay.
Dave
Yeah.
commented on that when he was looking at some pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he said, "Oh, look at that! She looks just like Chloe."
Well, we are related.
Well, everybody mark your calendar for the last Saturday in September, and it's always an extra special treat when Junie, you and all of the California clan come out, and a special treat when Sally, you come up, and all those folks that travel such great distances. We keep our fingers crossed and our hands folded in prayer for Becky to come out with Kate. So maybe this will be the year. We can start a GoFundMe to get Becky flying across the Atlantic.
Yeah. Stephen, start working on that.
Yeah.
Bring some bustle.
You mentioned Brad, and others, I think, how Davey had wanted to, get us all back together either at Nag's Head or at Graves. And I was sharing with Kim, gosh, I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago, and I was saying the same thing. So I don't know. I'd love to, it would be perfect for somebody who's retired that does, has a little more time that they could organize that.
Uncle Danny. maybe Uncle Danny could come out of retirement.
That'd be it.
Yeah, come out of retirement if I'm still alive with this ALS.
We'd have to book the whole lodge. We'd have to reserve it 2 years in advance and book the whole lodge plus all the extra cabins. And it would be a great reunion to really get it on the calendar. So
we'll cook the pig up there on the porch.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. I did talk to Dave at the pig roast. It was very sad. He said nothing more the doctors could do for him. And I'd offered my surgeon and was hoping that something could be done, but it was not to be. Unfortunately, it was time for him to go, and he fought a good fight, like I said, right to the end. God bless him.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
I'll share one image here. I think I've shared it with some of you, but let me get back to my Zoom here. Dave has always reminded me of someone famous. Where's my screen share? Is it going to let me do it? Uh-oh. Is this thing going to let me share? I'm trying to do a screen share. Maybe it's not going to let me do it. Anyway, if I can't do it, then we'll just have to let it go.
Okay.
I don't know why. Okay, no. Let it go. It's not going to let me share. Anyway, Bill Murray. I have a picture of Bill Murray. That Dave, you look up Bill Murray. I don't know if anybody ever has made that connection, but it makes me laugh when I think about it. Well, hey, happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and go out and share the love, and we'll look forward to hearing about future plans as they come together for opportunities maybe to head down to North Carolina or even beyond for sharing the ashes. Sally, if you come back, if you do come for the pig roast, I know that I think Becky was saying, Dave was so big that we have to scatter his ashes in all kinds of places all over the place. So maybe you could bring some of his ashes up for the pig roast and we can share some there.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it quits unless somebody else is feeling absolutely like you got one more thing you didn't get to share. Otherwise, we'll we'll call it a good one. Good.
Just a big thank you to you, Stevie, too. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for this, and so wonderful to see Sally and Becky and Dusty and Billy. So
yeah,
thanks for giving us the opportunity to join.
Well,
No.
thank you for
Great.
you and Becky for being on it for, I can't believe how many days, because all I was doing is trying to reach people. And every time I got a hold of y'all, you were still planning, still editing. And it was pretty amazing. I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
All right.
Steve.
Yeah, it was a great
Well-
tribute, and it was so great to see everyone, far away
Yeah.
and close to home. We don't get to see each other as often as we need to. So, love you all.
Love everybody.
Love
Love you.
Yeah. Thank you, Stevie,
You're welcome.
pulling all this together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was great.
You
Thank
and
you,
Kim
Stevie.
and,
Yeah.
thank you for all those kind words about me too, but it was really, that was my joy back then. I'm a little bit older today and not as energetic as I used to be, but back then
Oh,
I
boy.
loved it.
Oh,
And I
boy.
want you all to know how much I loved it. You were really doing me a great favor by participating in all those trips to Graves and the beach.
Oh.
And it was my pleasure. Thank you.
That was wonderful.
Thanks, Uncle Danny.
No, we thank you. Are you kidding me? God, if we could, Mom, couldn't you just got me a dad like Uncle Danny? What is?
I tried. I thought I did, and it didn't
Yeah, you had such a great impression on us,
Okay.
Uncle Danny, and thank you for being the head of state and wrangling all these crazy kids together. I mean, we had the best of times. Kitty Hawk as well. I mean, just the greatest of times. And I love. I always think of like Aunt Eva and Aunt Pat and Aunt Ruth and Granny Ann. I've been thinking about them a lot, knowing that Dave's with them. And I tell you, it's very comforting for me. And I'm so grateful to come from a family that, it really is the meaning of family. And you all
Okay,
always made us
great.
feel welcome. And thank you so much for all that. I'm probably talking too fast.
No.
All right, Stevie, when we gonna go to the farmers market? Come on.
Yeah, anybody's welcome. Come to Cleveland. We got spare bedrooms here, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We can make a trip there in Dave's honor and see all the great rock and roll famous people. And
Absolutely.
yeah, it's good.
I heard y'all have good spaghetti up there.
Yeah, we got lots of good stuff up here.
Great. Well, it was just great to see you. Well, I mean, what a treat that was.
It was good. That was great. That was so good.
Absolutely. The cheesesteak wasn't bad either.
No, huh? It was all good.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to sign off over here. Happy Valentine's, everybody. And everybody take care. I love y'all.
Take care, love, and see you later. Here we go.
All right. We'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.